we first brought you yesterday afternoon, the U.S. Department of Labor is announcing a phased pause on operations at contracted operated Job Corps Center across the country. And tonight, we are getting reaction from those being affected by this pause. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News at 10. I'm Monica Cortez.
I'm Andy Morgan. A pause is going to go into effect on June 30th. It's going to include the David Carrasco Job Corps Center in East El Paso. Now, the Department of Labor has justified this move based off of an internal review of the program, which revealed it had significant financial challenges from 2023 through 2024. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar has been working on this story, reviewing data and speaking with those directly impacted by this decision. Jesus joins us tonight live in our newsroom. Jesus.
Andy, Monica, I spoke with current students and staff who were not able to go on camera, but I also spoke with two alumni from the David Carrasco Job Corps, each from different generations, but their message largely the same, reflecting on what the Job Corps did for them and what the Borderland could lose if the program is eventually axed.
This program has given the opportunity to thousands of students of bettering themselves, because for a lot of us, it was either our first chance or our last chance.
Generations of El Pasoans in the trades fields or aspiring healthcare professionals like Cantu, who is now entering medical school, began their education at the Job Corps, most of whom lacked the financial resources for their education, or many who migrated to the U.S. for a better life.
You know, I came from Mexico. I didn't know how to speak English. I always tell people, I talk with an accent, but you know what? Thanks to Job Corps, I became a taxpayer.
Sanchez graduated from the Job Corps in the late 70s and was then employed by them for 27 years as a residential advisor for thousands of students that came after him.
And every penny the Job Corps spent on me, I pay back. I don't know how many times back. But I hope the government really thinks about closing a program that has been very effective.
As for Cantu, it was the Job Corps where he first envisioned his dream.
So Job Corps served as the foundation of everything that I am. When I started here at Job Corps, one of the first things that you do in the first week is to make a plan on what you want to achieve. And when I was here, I made my plan of becoming a physician.
Now, last night, we broke down the data presented by the U.S. Department of Labor justifying the pause by making the case that the program is no longer achieving its goal, citing severe financial shortfalls and poor student performance from 2023 through 2024. You can find that breakdown online at ktsm.com.
Yeah, Jesus, as you mentioned, the data that you've been combing through with regards to this pause, we now have responses from both sides of this issue. So tonight, what are advocates of the Job Corps presenting in response to the Department of Labor's reports?
Andy, well, the National Job Corps Association, the main advocates for this program, have responded by saying pretty much that the numbers that the Department of Labor is presenting lack context and are misleading. In response to the increased cost of the program that was presented in the data, showing that the program has not seen increased, they've advocated that the program has not seen increased funding since 2018, if you take inflation into account. And as for the poor student performance, they contend that enrollment and graduation rates decreased in that time frame due to COVID-19 policies, just like many other schools and colleges. But they say their current graduation rates exceed the 38% presented in that report, and that they have historically been above 60%. Now, to this day, they say that the Job Corps continues to produce graduates that exceed the wage goals set to them by the Department of Labor. David Carrasco alumni shared that he migrated to the U.S. decades ago.
Jesus bringing us the latest on this story tonight live from the newsroom. Jesus, thank you. And again, you can find this detailed breakdown of the pause and what to expect moving forward. That's on our website, ktsm.com.